a small pre-race talk that it has been a while since they've been grinding out this game, so Rust may be coming into play here. Meanwhile, JJplaysgames on the right side, coming in with a pretty fresh 36-22 that they got in a race yesterday. So, yeah, a little bit more recent experience with this game. Yeah, definitely like kind of maybe on their grind a little bit more. So, yeah, definitely potential for a close race. And of course, JJ, number 3 seed out of Rock Bottom. So, this is an elimination race. So whoever has the lower time out of this pairing will be eliminated from tournament contention. Whoever wins this race will be moving forward through the lower bracket to compete against M Sushi in the next round. So yeah, it should be really fun stuff as we are just kind of getting out of the prologue here. Yeah, so KVZZ is going to be the first one into Forsaken City, though that doesn't really matter, like, who's first on RTA. What matters is the times that you see in the cassette tapes. Celeste uses an in-game timer because it's just easier to time things out. You're just being tested on how well you can play the game, not on how fast your computer can load screens. Yeah, it should be pretty exciting stuff here. I'm kind of trusting that at this point in the tournament, you're kind of familiar with some of the, mechanics of Celeste. Like, you've probably seen these zipper blocks time and time before. You know that they just kind of hurdle runners back and forth. So we're just going to be talking about like the race as a race. And if this is your first time seeing this, of course, anyone here is going to be happy to answer your questions. Oh, KVZZ having a little bit of trouble getting that like extended hyper dash to clear that screen. Yeah, progressing through very nicely so far. Oh, it takes it down to the corner, though. Yeah, it looks like they were just trying to set up that spike jump, but unfortunately just got clipped a little bit by the corner, and corners just being like one of the weirder things in this game. Yeah, that kind of just got to them. Right, so KVZZ finishing up with a 156 out of City. JJplaysgames not too far behind with the 2 minutes on their timer. Alright, so coming into Old Side here, just another part of the early game. Yeah, the first part of this chapter, you see this you see that glitch there that they execute, so very nice work from KVZZ. JJ should be kind of responding in kind here. Oh, not going for the glitch though. No, that's fair. That only saves like a small amount of time. That's not going to be the difference maker in this race, but KVZZ, yeah, just speeding up towards the battle line chase sequence. Yeah, so really nice stuff from both runners so far. If KVZZ has been rusty, they're certainly not showing it in the early goings here, at least. Yeah, a little bit slow setting up in this battle line screen, but yeah, this one that they're on now, this long one where we get battle line kind of chase us in. It's really cool. Like, this is the first part of the game where you're really being forced downwards as opposed to trying to move upwards, which is really cool foreshadowing for what happens in Reflection, where battle line knocks you down the mountain instead of forcing you down the mountain. But anyway, that's Chapter 6. We're in Chapter 2. KVZZ has cleared the battle line chase, and now they're in a wake. Meanwhile, JJ is also on that last screen of the chase, gets through very well. Yeah, very nice movement from KVZZ in this awake section. Yeah, really solid stuff. We'll see how JJ responds here. Yeah, just a little bit less smooth from them, but still like really good stuff from them. And yeah, that's kind of, you can kind of see the difference between someone with a 31 and someone with a 36 in this race here. Like it's not like there's some like really cool trick that KVZZ can execute that JJ can't. It's just like really tiny optimizations, like maybe a half second on each screen that KVZZ is willing to say that JJ can't quite go for. And yeah, across like the entire game, that's really going to add up, especially in Resort, where you know you're going to be tested on your ability to move through Dust Bunnies super precisely. Yeah, KVZZ moving really well. JJ getting a little bit caught up, trying to sneak under the spike and get on that platform to do this extended hyper dash. They opt to go over that time, so yeah, just a little bit of trouble, but still getting through on that attempt pretty well. As KVZZ, though, that's a underrated little tongue twister KVZZ has for us. Yeah, really nice stuff. Yeah, skip that dash crystal, which is really cool. And yeah, now we're just in this huge mess section. Yeah, so pretty decent start to Huge Mess for KVZZ. Missed that spike jump on the first try, but was able to get it on the second attempt. Yeah, they're just going to be moving on up as JJ is about to talk to Oshiro to activate this section. And JJ taking that first cycle there a little bit slower, didn't quite trust that they were going to be able to get to that key coin as fast as they could, so just waited a little bit, which is very smart. You definitely don't want to take on that screen, put yourself on the very slow cycle. Also having a little bit of trouble setting up the spike jump, but does eventually get it. And they will be hitting this first button as KVZZ has just hit the second button and is going to be starting on this third Huge Mess section. Oh, misses that platform. Yeah, you can. Yeah, so that's what the room was supposed to look like on their second attempt. But that first attempt, they just missed that platform and weren't quite able to make it through. But recovering nicely. They might be going for a cycle skip here. Very well done, and they're going to be hitting that third button. Yeah, sub 7 on that third button. That's pretty good. All right, so now they're going to be going into the end part. Oh, missing that platform there. So just like a minor time loss there. Just. Yeah, nothing really major, just like something that's going to make you go, wish I hadn't done that. May just, yeah, tiny little mistake like that may potentially add up over the course of a run, but KVZZ, again, recovering nicely, and we see JJ in this last Huge Mess section. Oh, going for that cord booster there, it looked like, but not quite able to make it. And JJ playing that cycle a little bit safer than KVZZ, so yeah, hitting that button at about 740. Still a very good time for JJ, and they will be moving on into the third quarter of Celeste Resort. KVZZ, nice work through that quad hyper room. Alright, so KVZZ is the first one into the Oshiro chase sequence. Yeah, doing very well with it so far, but plenty of opportunity for Oshiro to just kind of wreck your day. Ooh, very close there, but yeah, KVZZ knows what they're doing. They knew that they were going to make that. I hope that wasn't... Oh, KVZZ with a minor little corner bop, so they're going to be slightly off strat for this. And yeah, you can see them just hanging back. They weren't quite sure where they were in the Oshiro cycle, so just letting Oshiro pass overhead so that they could just play it safe and not take a death on that screen. Again, very smart, really good awareness, and now they're on this last Oshiro screen here with the Rising Sun. Yeah, again, playing it safe, not quite on the right cycle, but yeah, name of the game is getting through without dying, as was JJ's initial point of advice that you saw in the file names, don't die forehead. Yeah, KVZZ getting out of resort with a pretty good lead. Yeah, we got JJ here starting their own Oshiro chase. Yeah, really nice stuff. Just barely nicking that key coin, it looked like. So yeah, JJ's going to be getting through the Oshiro section as KVZZ starting here on Golden Ridge. Oh, close call for JJ, getting that Oshiro bop and just kind of flirting with that pile of dust bunnies. Able to make it through now in the... Yeah, this is like one of the most important rooms in the game, because like the further you get... Oh no! Takes a death about halfway through. So yeah, now they're going to be on a slightly slower cycle here. Yeah, they just got to make it through. Yeah, advances past the point where they die, but any death here at this point is going to be a pretty major time sink, but not for JJ. They get through 10-13 on their timer. So yeah, a little bit behind KVZZ at this point. Yeah, KVZZ having a little bit of trouble setting up that spike jump to skip having to ride that auto-scroller, and I did hear the death noise on their screen while I was concentrating on JJ. Still overall pretty good from KVZZ so far. Evidently those burst sirens, you know, the gameplay's just, you know, so good it's illegal. Something like that. Anywho, Golden Ridge is continuing. KVZZ still with the lead, still playing pretty well. Meanwhile, JJ starting here on Golden Ridge. Yeah, just really solid stuff from both runners. Like, not a lot of mistakes that you're really able to call out. Just, like, really good gameplay. Of what they're doing is just a lot of what the game is supposed to look like. JJ now having a little bit of trouble setting up that spike jump, but spike jump's very difficult, kind of understandable. KVZZ getting that cycle skip. They're going to be starting in on the harsh wind section. Another little corner bot for them, it looked like. Yeah, really good movement for through these snowball rooms for KVZZ. Yeah, and jumping at just the right time so that they could get that dash refresh off of that snowball to clear that room as efficiently as possible, as most people kind of at this level kind of do. We'll see how JJ still a couple rooms away from the harsh wind section, but yeah, snowball section can definitely get a few runners if they're not really expecting it. Didn't quite get enough distance on that reverse dash, but did JJ, but yeah, they are moving on here. Oh yeah, going for this hyper dash out the cloud. This can be really finicky, gets it on the second try. Yeah, KVZZ now starting here on Mirror Temple, as JJ is about, I want to say about 3/4 of the way through Ridge here. So yeah, still a pretty solid lead for KVZZ. Yeah, JJ didn't quite get up there fast enough to make the cycle skip, and you saw some little frustration crouches from him as they had to wait for the wind anyway. Yeah, KVZZ in Mirror Temple here, there's some opportunities for some really cool movement. Yeah, just has to hit the switch, and you will likely see KVZZ use the momentum on this dash platform. Oh, gets the corner boost. There's but takes a death. Didn't quite latch onto that. Yeah, you saw the wall that they wanted to latch onto landed just below it, and they weren't able to neutral their way over it. So yeah, almost got the full yeet skip, which would have just sent them flying across 2 rooms, and it looks really cool, but just barely missed it. Yeah, they're recovering. They're on this long room with the semi-tight cycle that they're going to have to make. All right, very nice. They will be heading into unraveling pretty shortly as JJ. Yeah, it looks like they're has to go back to the dash bubble, but luckily that dash bubble resets your dash every time you go back to it. So yeah, really nice awareness, really good recovery. They should be getting out of Ridge here. Alright, so JJ is going to be starting here on Mirror Temple as KVZZ is in the hallway of 1,000 cutscene skips. Yeah, and really nice spike jump there for KVZZ. Yeah, that's a really cool strat that I've only recently seen runners start adopting, but looks cool every time. Yeah, KVZZ having no issues in Seeker section so far. The Seekers are doing exactly what he needs them to do. Yeah, really good stuff in unraveling. Yeah, avoided any major missteps, and yeah, now we see JJ making it through the first part of the Mirror Temple here. KVZZ nail search skip as one would expect. It's it's definitely not an easy trick, but still, like everything in this game, difficult, and it's very nice when you can nail something like that first try. And they are going to be moving on into the Theo escape section very shortly here. Yeah, very nice use of the Seeker there from KVZZ. JJ now introducing us to the Seeker mechanic in a pretty nifty little tutorial sequence. KVZZ, meanwhile, tossing Theo all across the world. A really nice ability to neutralize that Seeker there. Yeah, just being a little bit patient, a little bit hesitant, not wanting to make a major mistake, and it pays off for them. Yeah, really good stuff so far from KVZZ as JJ takes a more conventional approach to this room in which KVZZ spike jumped, what am I doing, a little bit ago. Yeah, KVZZ really nice. Even breaks out a Theo Ultra, which is super cool. Yeah, really great Mirror Temple from KVZZ. Like maybe a minor mistake here or there, but overall nothing that you're really going to complain about. Yeah, a 4-minute 30-second time through Mirror Temple for KVZZ. That's pretty solid. And now they are going to be starting here on Reflection. JJplaysgames on this last room of Unraveling. It just has to... Oh, very nice. Was able to neutralize the Seeker there. They should be getting out scot-free. Should be starting in on their own search/escape sections. Alright, so KVZZ setting up for a search skip. Yeah, having a little bit of trouble getting to the wall bounce part. There we go, 5th try. Yeah, I can definitely see. You're trying to like get that wall bounce, but you're also... But that wall bounce, like, there's a very narrow window where you can actually hit that wall bounce without hitting any of the spikes, so... Yeah, well done to KVZZ. That's a very difficult trick to nail, like, at all. Yeah, they're going to be going through reflection here with these, yeah, just a lot of feathers, a lot of Kevin blocks, a lot of bumpers. To answer a question in chat, so, Speed Gaming kind of schedules matches based on, like, you know, what they have on their schedule, so there's no real, like, you know, set place where all the tournament races are going to be. A lot of them have kind of wound up on, like, 4 and 5, but, you know, depending on, like, you know, what the load is for the night, it may even be on Speed Gaming or Speed Gaming 2's, any of the 6 Speed Gaming channels, so, you know, just stay tuned to speedgaming.org/schedule to kind of find out what channels they're going to be on, or even speedgaming.org/Celeste. But yeah, yeah, it kind of depends on, like, you know, what channels are available and, like, when matches get scheduled. Alright, meanwhile with the race here, KVZZ has been moving pretty well through reflection so far. Yeah, recovering nicely after a little bit of trouble with the lake skip. Oh yeah, and JJ letting us know that their Mirror Temple was a gold split for them, and yeah, their Mirror Temple was, what I was able to see was, like, really... Yeah, truly really solid for them. Yeah, 5:18 Temple, that's a very good time. So yeah, well done to JJ. It's going to be pretty good momentum for them heading into reflection. KVZZ taking a death here on this long room. Yeah, this bumper cycle is a very difficult thing to kind of deal with, and if you knock into any of those bumpers, it's kind of game over unless you have, like, just the quickest reactions in the world and can just, like, save yourself with, like, really great speed. But yeah, KVZZ taking the death. Alright, going through this this shortcut through the long maze with the spike pits and all the bumpers. Gets it on the first try. Very cool. And decent speed through the swimming section, so they're going to be riding this last Kevin block here one last time, making the Kevin block noise. Oh, but launches themselves into the corner, so they won't get the battle line boost, but still, they're going to be starting the battle line fight here. Oh yeah, and you can see that they were off strat a little bit, so they weren't sure where that orb, that battle line fire was going to be landing, so they just have to take it safe and just hide out for a second there. So yeah, really good awareness from KVZZ. They are now kind of in the thick of battle line, and yeah, just doing the things that you always do in battle line fight. Get back to the ground as fast as possible. The techniques together. Just knock into battle line as much as the screen requires. Alright, so KVZZ doing pretty well in battle line so far. JJplaysgames also doing well in reflection. Yeah, in my experience with these races, reflection can kind of be a level where if you make one mistake, like tiny mistake that can just pile itself up into, like, you know, 5 or 6 additional tiny mistakes, and that can just kind of throw you completely off your game. So good job to both runners for avoiding that so far. Now, JJ navigating those bumper cycles really well. Yeah, so they'll be coming up on the maze here pretty shortly. Meanwhile, KVZZ getting some of the only dialogue in the game from Battleline, which is strangely negative. Like, the only thing you read in this game, aside from like Theo being encouraging, is Battleline telling you you're not a mountain climber, which, you know, can feel kind of bad, especially if that's the only thing that you hear. But yeah, KVZZ not letting Battleline get him down, just navigating these moving platforms. Alright, very solid way to get through that screen, and now they're just on these couple long screens where they're just, and again, avoiding death as hard as they can. Oh, KVZZ taking a death in this last room of the Battleline fight. Yeah, so that's going to set them back just a little bit here, so... yeah, still getting through it. Manages to duck under the lasers. Yeah, so now they're in the double dash tutorial screen where... yeah, minor hiccup here and there, but overall nothing that's really going to be setting KVZZ back in this race. Yeah, and KVZZ in the chat now confirming that, yeah, Reflection is hard. Celeste in general is just hard. Yeah, maybe not the Reflection they wanted, but... you know, sometimes you just have to have one of those Milton Berle games where you just pull out enough to win, and that seems to be what KVZZ is doing right here. Yeah, just like, you know, kind of relying on latent muscle memory to just kind of get them through this race. They do have a pretty good lead on JJplaysgames right now. Yeah, they just have to navigate this summit really well and not suffer like any like really out of character, just getting caught up on it, caught in a loop. Yeah, missing that spring there though, that may not augur the best of summits, but again, they're still performing very well, and yeah, really cool to see them just like shining, displaying their stuff on this Speed Gaming 4 stage. As we get JJ navigating their own Battleline fight very well so far, it looks like. Oh, JJ with a very quick death on this second Battleline screen, but again, you kind of take those. Like, if you're gonna die, you want to die at the start of screens, as opposed to just, you know, getting really deep into a screen and then having to redo the whole thing. So, yeah, and that's another one where you, yeah, just a quick dive into the pit, but the screen resets and you didn't really like make a ton of progress into that particular part of the level. So, yeah, JJ doing very well here as KVZZ making short work of 500 meter. Yes, KVZZ starting now on 1,000 meters, and yeah, they do have a pretty solid lead, but JJ, oh, death on the last Battleline screen though, that's gonna set them back, because yeah, JJ operating with a PB of 36.22, they might have been within range of a PB and another very solid run for themselves, but yeah, that death is definitely gonna be something that sets them back quite a ways off of that goal, but still, very nice stuff. And we get the very rare synchronized Battleline throws with Chapter 7 and Chapter 6, so yeah, JJ, very nice through Reflection. Oh yeah, confirming in chat. Yeah, that did look like a really solid Reflection for them, barely missing out on that sub 7. Yeah, fight just going south at exactly the wrong time, but yeah, just gotta pick themselves back up and head for the summit. Meanwhile, we get KVZZ here on 1500. Yeah, got through that first nice room, now here on the triple ultra room for them. Alright, very nice. Yeah, those ultra dashes, obviously the more speed that you have in this game, the harder it is to control yourself, so going for those ultra dashes and just like increasing your speed to that degree makes your character harder to control, so yeah, very nice from KVZZ to just nail that strat on the first try, and they're going to be heading into the Golden Ridge remix. Oh, KVZZ barely missing that screen transition. Yeah, instead of going the intended route through the level, we just go through the secret path that gives us strawberry because it's faster, and also, you know, we need something for the pie at the end of the game. And I'm right there with you. Like, I can barely do the like actual any percent run of this game, but yeah, this is such a cool run to look at. Just you can definitely, like, it's very clear from how these runners are navigating the screen, like, you know, how skilled they are. Like, this game does require very high skill ceiling to kind of play at this level. So yeah, really good stuff from both runners. Yeah, KVZZ, you know, a little bit more skill than JJ, and that's kind of what's created this separation that we've seen here in this later stage. But again, very solid run from both runners. Both of them are playing to the best of their ability so far, it seems. KVZZ getting out of the last stream of 2,000 meter, canceling out of the battle line throw animation as soon as they can to kind of sneak under some spikes. Yeah, starting here on 2,500, which, you know, it's a mirror tempo remix, but without the seeker, so all you get are the cool movement things. A lot of really neat tricks, a lot of neat use of the dash platforms, like that. Oh, but not quite like that. KVZZ barely missing that second wave dash, but gets the strat right on the second try. First try key skip, well done. Oh, misses the needle thread on the first attempt, but yeah, still very good. And now, oh, takes a death to the first door of door skip. Yeah, look at them, undaunted by the previous failure, getting easily the hardest skip in speedrunning, door skip. Well done, just amazing work. And then after that, we just have this regular old long room. KVZZ nails it. They are going to be heading off to 3,000 meter as JJ navigating the first long room of 1,500 really well. Ooh, flies into that dust bunny, but oh, unfortunately unable to kind of save themselves. Yeah, the dust floor, or whatever that's called, that does make saves kind of impossible in that level, but yeah, still very nice. Yeah, got through the second long room in reflection very nicely, and yeah, just very cool stuff from both runners all race long. You know, you're running out of positive adjectives here. Yeah, KVZZ moving very well through the downdraft section. Minor mistake about midway through, but other than that, very nice stuff. And KVZZ also handling updraft. Yeah, the way that this game kind of works is, like, usually in the beginning parts of the game you get checkpoints on every screen transition, but in Summit you get checkpoint flags throughout all these giant screens. So Yeah, KVZZ making really good work through these flags. Yeah, there is kind of a checkpoint imbalance in the early goings of Updraft where you get some checkpoints where it's like, why is this even a midway point? But then you get like super long things where the depth can be kind of nerve-wracking, but KVZ getting through. You know, JJ taking the depth in this auto-scroller section here. Yeah, we'll just have to see how they recover. Oh, KVZZ, skipping flag 4, so that's kind of like a high-risk, low-reward thing, because if your movement is just a little bit off... Okay, there we go, we get flag 2 there. We get some checkpoint flag or another. Oh yeah, that was flag 2, so yeah, skip flag 3, but got flag 2, so... Yeah, even if... But they didn't take a death, so it didn't really end up mattering if they skipped any flags, so yeah, it just has to climb up this last section of the mountain. Alright, and well done to KVZZ. They are the victor in this race, emerging over JJplaysgames at a time of 32.50. So get some GGs in the chat for KVZZ, who is moving on through the lower bracket to face M Sushi. Yeah, so KVZZ did very well, especially since they're saying in chat that they haven't run since their last tournament race. So yeah, very impressive stuff. Oh, JJ, yeah, a little bit of a misdirect coming out of that dash bubble to close out 2,500 meter, but luckily it wasn't a misdirect into some spikes. It was into the secret berry corridors. Yeah, now they're just going to be finishing out their run here. Minor little hiccup at the end of that flag for JJ. Yeah, just kind of taking some dive into some spikes. Yeah, downdraft is one of the like more execution heavy sections of this run, I'd say, because you're just trying to fight the effects of the increased gravity. You're just going for a lot of wall bounces and maybe a little bit more hyper dashes per second than usual. But JJ getting through on the second try there, and they're going to be moving into updraft. Oh, nice get from JJ at the end of that flag there, preserving both their dashes to get to that checkpoint a little bit faster. And yeah, talking to JJ before the race, their PB on SRC is just a little bit outdated. They are at a 36.22 now. So yeah, it would take a very heroic effort from JJ to like increase their PB here. But yeah, again, really solid effort. And their PB being old on SRC kind of goes to show like, the effort that they put into this game over the course of the tournament, because it was a 2-month-old PB on SRC, so shaving 2 minutes off of that time, that's a very solid, very impressive effort from them. So yeah, really well done, just really good stuff all throughout from JJ. Unfortunately this will be the last time that we see them in the 90% tournament, but it doesn't have to be the last time you see them. You can always just !R in chat and follow the runners. Alright, that was that was really entertaining awareness from JJ. Yeah, just kind of missing that dash risk and just like falling all the way down to that checkpoint rather than taking the death. So yeah, just really cool stuff all throughout. I don't think I'd ever seen anyone like, you know, kind of fall like that and just like know where the landing platform was. So yeah, really good. Alright, so JJ just has 3 flags to go before they can close out their run. Alright, flag 1 for JJ. Yeah, just a short way to go here before this race is over. Oh, waiting just a little bit, clinging on to the tournament for just a little longer. And we're actually going to see the cutscene a little bit. Okay, they actually did it, and JJ actually clears with a time of 37:55. So, yeah, GG JJ. All right, and we are joined here by JJplaysgames himself. How you doing, man?
Yo, doing pretty good. Played pretty much how I was expecting to play, knowing I was going to lose. I wanted to see just like how I could play. I tried out a bunch of new things near the end. I actually had a chance of PBing if it weren't for a death or reflection at the very end. So kind of just like had fun and summit, just did whatever.
Oh, sure. Well, yeah, that's what's kind of like a disappointing one to watch. But yeah, you know, very solid recovery and just very solid run all throughout. So yeah, good on you for trying the new stuff.
Happy with my golden mirror temple. I felt like I didn't mess up at all in that, except for maybe like a little bit like when I was the seeker, like a little bit of mismovement there. But other than that, it was really solid for me.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. It's nice to get the gold split in a race. Yeah.
This is a fun game. It's different from what I'm used to. Like I speedrun Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine, and those like after every single star or something, you get like a 20-second break. And this is just non-stop movement for a solid 6 minutes every single time. So it feels weird just going and without a break. It's a new feel of speedrunning, and I feel like the makers of Celeste did a really good job of this.
No, yeah, absolutely. Like, the wrap this game gets is that it was designed around speedrunning, and usually, like, when you hear something is designed around a speedrun, it's usually just, like, milquetoast platformer with a timer attached, but, no, there's a lot of thought and care put into this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is the end of your time with the Any Tournament, so what's going to be next for you? Are you going to go back to the 3D Mario, or are you going to be trying to drive down your time here a little bit more? What's going to go on for you?
Right now, my main goal, right now Celeste is a secondary speed game for me. I'm, like, debating if I want to take it for, like, primary. Like, if I can, I could probably get my time down to, like, a 34 or 33. But right now, my main goal, like, before I stop Celeste for a while, is to, bot my good friend Tidal. Because we've played against each other 3 times in this tournament. And I highly recommend that you watch all 3 of those races, because in the first race, we were neck and neck. I lost by 6 seconds. Second race, I lost by 20 seconds, and the third race, I won by 10 seconds. So, or more like 25 seconds, but it was still, those races all together are really close, and We both have very similar times. If I could bop him, that would be really nice. I think he has like a very low 36, and I'm still at mid 36, so I have some places that I have to improve. But other than that, it was fun. I enjoyed this tournament.
Yeah, no, and I enjoyed watching you. I think I caught that race yesterday, and that was just really intense stuff. So yeah, GG to you.
Thanks. Kind of like, this is pretty much like how I was expected to end up, either this or losing the title. Wasn't really expecting to get much further. There are some really good people in this game, and Celeste is just getting more and more improved. Like, we didn't think sub 30 was possible, and TGH proved us wrong. And there are some other top runners up there, like Bye-Bye and Nodbod, all of them up there. I'm excited for the future of Celeste. There's gotta be some good things coming.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people have gotten like really good at this game really quickly, and they're all going to be kind of clashing in the upcoming later rounds here. So yeah, a lot to look forward to here.
Mm-hmm. But that's it for me.
All right, fair enough. Well, yeah, thank you for racing tonight. It was a very fun watch.
Yeah. See ya.
Yeah, take care. So yeah, that is going to do it for us tonight, and that is going to kind of do it for the Any Percent tournament for the next couple days. Our next race in Celeste is going to be at 7 o'clock on Tuesday, or at least that's scheduled, and that's between Flare Bear and Sonic 33 Blaster. But you don't have to leave the Speed Gaming channels. That sounded kind of desperate. Anyway, yeah, there's also content on Speed Gaming and Speed Gaming 2 through 6 at any time of the day, whenever you need it. Yeah, it looks like coming up tonight, there's Zelda 1 randomizer, there's the Super Metroid Link to the Past randomizer combo, and, there's probably going to be stuff all day tomorrow. So be sure to just, follow Speed Gaming 2 through 6, follow the runners who put on this show and just put a lot of effort into this game and their runs. But yeah, I think that is going to do it for us here. Thank y'all for coming out and watching, and I hope y'all have great nights. Yeah, thank y'all.